So last time we met a whole bunch of goblins. They talked to them and managed to talk them down from fighting us. We also met a couple of Ettins that were doing some forge work. We managed to talk to them while Barry kind of snuck around and took a look inside their bags. While that all was going on, Reyna had snuck off by herself down to the south to investigate some statues and ended up getting stuck to one of the statues, which I believe turned out to be a mimic. We managed to rescue her from that, and we moved on to another room where we fought a whole bunch of scourges, and from there we decided we would head down to level 2 of the dungeon.
Yeah, you guys wanted to leave Xanathar alone. I remember you guys were saying, hey, Xanathar didn't do anything to us, so let's just go ahead and head down to level 2 and look for treasure. So, hey, I totally respect that. And voila, you guys are now on level 2. And I've got the map open for you. And you guys descended down probably about 200 feet or so. And this is where the twisting stairs led you to. And you actually still need to go down quite a bit more, about another 60 feet or so. Continues to go past past your dark vision.
Okay, so you guys are gonna approach me. I've been here waiting the whole time. I went down, and I still have my Bob Ross hairdo on, but it's poofed up a bit because my magic surge's been gone. It's probably been 24 hours, so I'm just wearing my poofed up Bob Ross wig. And I say hi, guys, and then I look at Reyna and I say hi, Reyna. Like, I already know you, but I don't know you. I've seen you through my visions. And I got this troubled look on my face, Omi, and I have to explain something. During all my surges, almost every single one of them, I have these visions, these quick visions of the past, sometimes the future, and sometimes right now. And my last vision, I lost my hair, and it didn't come to me quickly until just now, and it wasn't good. I've never really explained how I got my powers, Omi. So I've known you for 15 years, and before I met you, before the Tomb Annihilation, I was on with another group of companions, which one of them was a cat person. And at that time, I was still getting used to my lightning powers, if you will, and my random magic surges I would suffer. And our party raided a phylactery at the Ambergill estate, and that's where I met the Lich. And I think she's using her magic powers to give me quick vision. It's really disturbing. It's almost like Mr. Spoonie's coming back to you, Omi. But before that, the way I discovered my abilities, I was a chess prodigy. I came from a family of chess barons. We didn't believe in violence. We just go around countryside sponsoring dragon chess tournaments. And I wasn't world famous like you, Omi, but I was more like town famous, so the whole town knew me and my family. We had red flag banners. I mean, we didn't have these Spoon the World t-shirts or nothing. We just had these tiny red flags that everyone would just wave around, known as the Crimson Waves. Anyway, during one of these tournaments, which happened to be my last tournament, I discovered my wild magic. And I can remember the day it happened. It was all quiet in the hall, the whole town waving those tiny red flags silently as I made my next move. And just like that, zap, I just shocked the shit out of this poor little 10-year-old girl who was beating me at the time. So that scene from what was it, Stand By Me, where everyone just threw up on each other? That's
Total Barfarama. Yeah,
that's kind of what happened. The whole town just couldn't stand me anymore. And so what I'm trying to say is, I changed my name to 010, and I've been adventuring ever since. But I'm sorry I had to lay this all out on you. It's just these visions start coming at me pretty quickly.
No problem. I thought you were going to come out of the closet or something.
No. I'm good over there. But welcome to the party, Raina. I just wanted to say welcome. You know, uh, be sure to wear brown pants because sometimes Omi will play the brown note.
Hey, I haven't hit the brown note in at least 15 days.
Wow.
It's a long time. Speaking about adventurers, 010, is the cat person you were referring to the Tabaxi that kept running away from every single water creature?
Every single
elemental
encounter.
Anything? Yeah, everything?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that
I
was...
think her name was Rain.
Yep. That was a long time ago.
And she was scared of the rain. Not you, Raina. It was another Rain. Anyway, that's my backstory, guys. So
I like it. Man, that's what a way to open up the session. I like it. So what do you guys think? Pitch black hall in front of you, descending down probably about another 70 to 80 feet. Barion's not here tonight, so we've got 4 adventurers. We're gonna go. We still have 2 rogues. We're in good shape. So with 1 absent.
All right.
Well, Raina, you want to head on down the stairs a little bit ahead and check for traps and such?
Yeah, and the way that I do traps... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Omi.
Don't forget to check for secret doors, too.
Yeah, that's what I was going to explain. The way that I do secret doors and traps is instead of moving every 5 feet and doing a roll, I'm going to do a passive. I'm going to do a stealth check versus your passive perception, and I'll tell you if you find it by stepping on it or triggering it, or hey, you notice a false door over there on the right or left. So that's how I'll do it. I just don't want 1,000 rolls. You know what I mean? 1,000 check for, perception rolls and investigation rolls. All right, adventurers. We got a lot to do tonight. This is another big map, as you can see as you scroll out. This is another massive map. Maybe you guys will get down to level 3 tonight. Ooh.
Well, go on ahead, Raina. We'll follow you about 30 feet or so behind.
All right, so I'm going to start looking for any type of traps or hidden doors.
All right. I'll let you know if you find anything. I promise I will. I won't just say, hey, saving throw versus death ray and you're dead. Not till Saturday nights, so. Gun shy. You can keep moving down. I'll tell you if you find anything. I'm going to do some rolls in the dice tower just so it'll get everybody scared, even though they don't mean anything. just trolling them, making them wonder, what's he rolling for? And as you descend down towards the bottom of the stairs arena, you can see that this corridor just continues south. And then as you proceed down a little bit further, you can see that the hall goes several different ways. You can go left, which is to the east, or there's a turn that goes down to the west. Give her another couple rolls. She's new.
We have 2 directions to choose from. Which would y'all like?
Y'all, southern. Y'all.
You're the scout.
Go ahead and
We'll
look
trust
down
you.
them both and then decide and then pick one.
Do elves say y'all? I guess they do.
I'm half human.
Okay, all right, I gotcha. So as you get to this first intersection there, Rain, you can see into a larger room. And as you're looking in, with your dark vision and everything, you can see a ton of trash and a ton of debris that is littering the floor. And then once you enter the room, you can see that all the walls are adorned with these colored paintings that are depicted depicting dwarves carrying supplies and bags, mining tools and stuff like that. And the cool thing that, well, not cool thing, I mean, not to a, I don't think a dwarf would think this would be cool, but you notice on all of the relief carvings that all of the dwarves' faces have been chipped away, and they've been replaced with these like cartoonish goblin heads with big tongues and teeth and red eyes and stuff, and they're all drawn in different colored like charcoals and chalk and stuff. Hey Tess. Hey Foster.
Are you all going to follow me in here, or am I going to look at this by myself?
Evian, welcome.
All right, let's search the room and see
What's
if
up,
we can find
Lawseeker?
anything
Good to see everybody
else
tonight.
interesting.
Yeah, it's the corridor continues to go north, and Raina, give me a. Actually, I'm not even going to make you give me a perception check, because you can start to hear noise. Actually, all of you can start to hear noises coming from the north, and it's like banging noises that can be heard. It's like maybe a stone mallet maybe banging in nails or something like that.
Trinkets, you have your order book ready in case?
Always.
Then here's another larger room, empty, with more of these dwarf carvings, and they look like those Pathfinder goblins with the big lopsided heads and the big teeth and tongues hanging out and red eyes and stuff like that. That's what the goblins look like. Now, here as you enter this room, you can see that as you look down this corridor to the east, it opens up into a huge chamber. And you're at the ceiling here is about 10 foot, 10, 12 feet, but the ceiling looks like it juts up quite a ways as you look into this larger room, and you see a massive pillar. And straight ahead, it just continues ahead past your dark vision. Mercy. Lord have mercy.
So I'm going to go in and check the pillar out.
Sure. You kind of walk into the room, and this is a huge room. It is lit. There are sconces on the pillars and stuff that are lighting up the room. You can see that there's a door to the south. Upon first glance, you can also see that there's a door to the east. Up to the north, there's another passageway, and then there's actually there's a lot of action that's going on in here, because there's just and as you walk in and you see all the lights, you can see a bunch of, it looks like up on the surface world, it looks like it's a bazaar in here. It looks like there's a lot of kiosk and little carts that are being pushed around, and like a Sabret hot dog cart and stuff with the big umbrella, and all kinds of goods and vegetables being sold. But it's not by humans, because there's about 45 or 50 goblins that are running around, and they don't really notice you guys, because some of you are in the hall, some of you, well, Rain, you're behind the column. But yeah, there's a lot of activity in here. Lots of goblins.
Well, I'm going to move up and start checking out the kiosks and see what's.
Sure thing. Definitely a big bazaar. Lots of traders and stuff in here. All kinds of stuff. Whatever, normal equipment. There's a couple of, you don't see any forges or anything, but there's some vendors selling some weapons, arrows, and these arrows are like all bent. They're goblin arrows, you know what I mean? There's some swords, rusty swords, some rusty metal armor, some dilapidated old wore out leather armor on mannequins. So there's a bunch of stuff going on here.
I don't have anything I'm in need of, but I'm going to keep my eyes open for anything sparkly.
Anything
that
sparkly.
catches my eye. Yeah, a trinket of sort.
Oh, nice. No pun intended. Yeah, there's about 45, 50 goblins, and as you guys see the different passageways as well, and then to the north, this is an oblong-shaped type of room, and then there's another corridor to the east, and there's to the west. You can see that this corridor kind of goes up to the north a little bit here. And and now the goblins are starting to notice you, and they're actually really, paying no attention to you. A couple of the goblins kind of nod to you, like, "Hey, how's it going?" There's you can see that there's a couple of goblin guards that are standing around the upper northern exits and stuff, and as you guys make your way to the north, there's more and more booths and kiosks and stuff like that, to where at the top of the northern part of the room, there is a couple of daises stacked up on top of one another, and there is a big giant stone throne that is, but there's nobody on it, of course. But Vay, that catches your eye because you love to sit in every single throne or chair or whatever. So that's definitely caught your eye.
How weak ankles.
Weak ankles. Oh my gosh! But that's what you guys see. All kinds of stuff being sold. Goblins don't seem to be threatening, or you get some nods like welcome, and you can hear a couple goblins say, "Oh, look at the humans and the elves."
Well, I'm going to come up to one of the vendors and check.
Sure. What does this vendor have, Vay, as you walk up to the goblin vendor?
He mostly has a lot of brass items like mugs, eating utensils, that sort of thing. Mostly junk for what I see, but there's a lot of it on the table, so I'm kind of push things around and see if I find anything I like.
Yeah, there's a couple of copper pieces on there too, like copper mugs, and there's like a goblet with a couple of cracked jewels. But you guys notice that, like I said, the ceiling juts way up there. It's about 60 feet now, and then there's those two massive rows of pillars. So there's about 25 goblin vendors here, and about another 40 to 50 goblins running around. And like I said, this beautiful, there's a ton of goblins in here. But there's like that big stone granite throne that's up there on the north wall on those three raised daises. All kinds of different goods. Like I said, armor, shields, weapons, stuff from the, pretty much anything from the PHB. There'd be some percentage chances of maybe finding some stuff too. So, yeah. But you can see a lot of those of you that can read and write Goblin, you can actually see that the prices are pretty high. It seems like the prices here are about 3 times the normal cost. So something that usually costs 5 gold costs about 15 gold here. But then again, this is Undermountain, and it's risky to get stuff down here. So
right. So I'm gonna ask this goblin. I'm choosing this goblet with the gems in it. There's only a few, I guess.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, how this goblet has caught my eye. What do you want?
That is. He kind of chuckles a little bit. That's an artifact. That is the goblet of the goblins, and it's for sale. It's for sale for 25 gold.
Oh.
And supposedly it is the goblet of the goblins. That just came right off of my tongue. It just rolled right off, woman.
Oh, it's a named goblet. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. It's the goblet of the goblins. Supposedly, when the moons and the stars align correctly, You can press these gems, and they'll have some type of special power that will fill the that's it. It'll fill the goblet of the goblins up with some type of juice, and if you drink it, you'll be bestowed some type of magical power for some sort of time. Yeah, that's as the legends say. I've never really seen it happen myself, but hey, time is money, friend.
I think I want this.
Ah,
I don't have 25 gold on me right now, but can you
Well-
hold it for me? Can I
Whoa.
put it on later?
why don't one of your friends give you some money? It seems like you guys are stout adventurers. He kind of pulls his collar out a little bit. Seems like you've maybe taken care of some enemies in your adventuring careers.
I lean over to him and whisper quietly. I don't think they really like me that.
What, your friends don't like you?
Well, not enough to give me that many gold pieces.
Should I give the guards a nod and just have them taken captive, and then you can have all of their belongings?
No, I'm trying to work on this relationship.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to make it worse. You know what? Maybe I can do something for it.
Oh, what would that be? Do you have anything to trade by chance?
Well, I'm new to this level of the dungeon, and I was wondering if maybe you knew of any situations that I could take care of.
I don't know. We're pretty peaceful. We haven't had any trouble. Oh, there were some. I would say a couple of months back there were some like rat people. I don't know. They were disgusting. They smelled horrible. But these
People, huh?
yeah, there were some rat people. They tried to raid our bazaar here a couple of months back, but all of our stout warriors here, our guards, vanquished them and just pushed them back into the darkness and the depths of Undermountain. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dungeons & Dragons 5e calls it the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, so sorry I screwed up there. But yes, they call it the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, so they pushed them back into the depths. Yes.
Which direction was that?
I was to the south.
To the south, you say. Do you venture out that way very often?
Oh no, we stay here. We control this part of the dungeon.
Okay, so you're not familiar with the rest of the dungeon.
No, I'm not. Just this area. Yak doesn't allow us to really leave. Yak, Yak, he's our leader. Oh, he's the goblin of all goblins. He's the warrior of Groomshiz the orcs of our god, Briarch.
Where is this Yak? I'd like to meet him and pay him my respects as I am wandering around in his dungeon.
Oh yes, you are definitely wandering around in Yak's part of the dungeon. He's down to the southeast, between the pillars on the right hand side as you're looking at the map in Fantasy Grounds.
All right.
Yes. He's a human. So Yak is a human.
Yak is a human.
Yes. He's our human boss.
Are there any more humans?
No, just Yak.
Does Yak have a ring that looks like this? And I explain to him the ring of what?
I don't know. He might. But he's very powerful. He has lots of very powerful magic that he is, and he used some of that magic on the rat people that came and attacked us at one time, a couple of months back.
Couple of months, huh? How long has he been your leader?
Oh, for a long time, couple of months.
I guess it's a long time for
us goblins. We go through leaders all the time. They're like a dime a dozen to us. So what do you got to trade? Anybody else looking for anything? There's all kinds of goods here in the bazaar.
Yeah, anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, we usually
me.
run this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and sometimes on a weekend every third Friday. So we're quite here quite often.
Omi found the spoon vendor and he's going through them saying, "Ooh, I'll take one of these, and I don't have one of those yet, and 2 of those, please."
Oh, so here's the stoop spoon, and here's a serving spoon, and here's a wooden spoon. Whatever.
Like, thank you, my friend. I've been looking all over for a good wooden spoon. So I kind of whack it in my hand a few times.
Be careful, you may break it. So what else is everybody doing as you guys are kind of rummaging through all of the bazaar? And we'll say that you guys are, you guys have actually wandered up this way, freely around, and you can basically see everything, All the goblins are nice, and, there's a couple of soup stands and slog soup. There's a couple of stands that have like a rot gut type of ale. You can get glasses of wine. You can get all kinds of stuff. Food, snacks. There's a vendor that has a bunch of big glass jars with different types of bugs crawling around in them, and the goblins are going up and buying those a couple at a time and snacking on them at the kiosk.
So what does this throne look like?
It's a big granite throne, and there's nobody sitting on it, and it's on those 3 raised daises.
If you like chairs trinkets, you should check out the Velvet Bunny next time we're up in Waterdeep.
There's a bunch.
Okay.
There's a bunch of animal skins kind of draped over it. This is basically where Yek will sit as he's just hanging out in the bazaar, kind of watching everyone, stuff like that. Some skulls on the top of the throne. Some trinkets twisted in wire, just basically goblin junk.
All right. Hey guys, you want to check out this yak? I mean, we are looking for a human.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and as you guys move around, you guys are kind of checking out the bazaar. There's a couple of other doors that you can go to, and there's a couple of other passageways. There's actually quite a few passageways. There's about I think there's 5 ways that you can go.
I'd like to look behind the throne just in case there's anything hidden back there.
Sure, you do it like, just very gracefully and la 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 la. Try not to be too conspicuous. So give me an investigation roll as you look behind the throne. And you can just do that out in the open. That'll be on your skills tab, second tab, and then about halfway down, investigation. Just click on the button on the right. Finding it okay?
It sure did it rolled on my side. Hold on one moment.
Yeah, if you do any rolls, you got to make sure that you double click and it'll throw it into the chat. It has to be thrown in the chat window. So if you're going to pick it up and throw it, there you go. You have to do it in the chat box or we can't see it. So yeah, you don't find anything behind the throne. Just a bunch of those copper and bronze trinkets and iron and tin and just a bunch of junk. A couple more animal skins. You're kind of like pushing the stuff around with your foot. You don't find anything.
But you want to go check out this yak, or do you want to check some of these side passages here first?
I say we go check the human.
Yeah, over here, there's a lot of banging going on, a lot of banging coming from this corridor over here. And as you guys walk by, of course with your dark vision, this is actually pretty interesting. It catches Trinket's eye. It seems like they're building a performing stage, some type of performing stage. The goblins, they're working hard. They're erecting. It looks like they're erecting a stage on the north wall.
Oh,
really?
somewhere you
What
can
I ask
perform.
about?
Hey, yeah, this could be a new venue for the Spoon the World tour, Trinkets. What do you think?
I walk off as you're talking.
Yeah, there's 7 goblins here, and pretty much just about all of them are taking their stone hammers and pounding in a bunch of rusty nails through these horrible, shoddy wooden planks. You're kind of thinking, wow, you don't know if it would hold your weight, Omi, especially with your bucket men. So, but yeah, there's he probably would. There's like a little makeshift table. It looks like it has like a crude blueprint on it with a bunch of, looks like a stage drawn on it. And there's a huge pile of wooden furniture that's in the northwest corner over here. But the stage is about 20 foot or so.
Hey, who's in charge here?
It's like this. About like this. Oh, one of them says, "Oh, hello there. That's me. Are you? We're not quite open yet for the slave auction. We're still building our stage for it."
Slave auction.
Oh, absolutely.
Huh. How much do those go for?
Usually a couple of gold. We're hoping to have some ratmen pretty soon.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what kind of slaves do you have around here?
Well, we were attacked a couple of months back by some ratmen, so we're going to try to acquire some of them and their services.
How much do you pay for them?
Oh, you probably spend about 5 gold, 10 gold for a ratman. It just depends.
Well, I mean, how often do you do the slave trading then here?
Oh, this is the first time. This is the first time, my lady. That's
Okay,
why
well,
we're erecting
so it's
this.
not every day, right?
No, it's not every day. No, that's why we're erecting this grand stage in front of you.
Okay, well, if you're going to create this huge stage, you want to keep it populated every day. I mean, this thing can just make you money. If it's just sitting here empty, it's not doing anything.
Well, we've got to get it built first, lady.
How much longer do you think it's going to be?
Oh, a project of this magnitude, probably at least another couple of months.